Got the footers poured yesterday. The guys are gonna come back and do some clean up today and get a block count. We'll get the block count ordered and gonna start building walls in a couple days. Pretty good. Got block delivered today. We're gonna start laying it tomorrow. been meaning to make an update video, but I forget. We've been battling rain for the last few days. Me and the wife was shoveling out footers all day yesterday. It was rough, but we got them cleaned up enough for the guys to come back and get some of those 12s in the bottom. So we made a little bit of progress this week. They got rained on a few days, and then the weather been so hot, it's been rough on them. So it slowed everything down a little bit, but they made some decent progress. They'll be back first of next week. Got to finish the porch footer up here and build everything up. So she's taking shape. Got a lot of the block done and all the piers in today. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, finish up the back wall and the garage walls, and then we'll be laying brick. We're leaving that hole over there for a guy to get in with his mini X so he can backfill inside the crawl space. A lot of piers. APOC 301 foundation, waterproofing around the block and the footer. That porch is gonna be backfilled. So I went around the inside of the house, and I'll go around the outside of the porch too. Just trying to keep as much water out as I can. Stuff goes on pretty good, but you run through it. I've been through about half a 5-gallon bucket already. I still got to come back and clean these footers out where I can get it onto the bottom of the block and over on the footing a little bit, but one step at a time. We got all the block done except the hole over there. Now that the crawl space has been backfilled, they're gonna close it up today. And then got most of the brick done on the inside of the garage here. They're gonna continue on today, but it's done on the outside of the garage there, and it's done all the way across that back wall. So I'll get them holes closed up and continue around. They should be done with the brick in the next day or two. across the back. It's the only waterproofing I got left to do. Got a good bit of it done, but Junior and the boys finished the brick today. They knocked it all out this week. We're happy with it. Got the crawl space backfill and porch row lock on. They're gonna let it sit next week, and while I do some cleanup and get my French drain in and gutter drains and stuff, and then they're planning to start framing the week after that. So looking good. It's a hot one today. Daddy got a lot of the backfill in the porch yesterday. And then that contraption you saw was something I came up with on the forks to push it on into that inside wall so we didn't have to rake and shovel so much. I'm gonna let the rain get on that and let it self-compact over the next couple months. We'll be adding to it. Cap it with stone and then we'll pour it with concrete. But I got all my waterproofing done. I came around the back side yesterday, so I dumped the last little bit of sand in the crawl space that was left over from the gray mortar. So I'll get that spread out, and I'm gonna work on my perimeter French drain today. Get that in there and let everything get inspected, and I can cover it up and get my gutter drains in. We'll start on framing soon. Got my French drain laid in there. Had inspection on it and the foundation today. Everything went good, so we're gonna get that covered up, and then I'm gonna start on my gutter drains. Once I get my gutter drains in, do a little bit more cleaning up with this dirt and stuff. We'll have framing starting in a couple days. Be ready to see some lumber going up. Got my gutter pipe laid in here. I still got to put 2 T's down that side to catch some downspouts, but I'm gonna pour some water in it over here at my first downspout and see if it'll run out the back. Make sure we got positive flow. This has been a trial and error. Got water moving there. Went ahead and put them T's on. Should be coming through here any minute. Corrugated pipe really slows it down. I didn't put a bunch of water in there either, so it's taking a while to get through. There it comes. Got my gutter drain pipe across the front. We're going with the big 6-inch here. Still need to get me a cap for the left side of that T. I'll keep that open for a clean out, but I'm gonna be catching the main roof and the big porch, so figured I'd go with the 6-inch. Might as well do it. We got it running all the way down here, and gonna daylight out the back. Put some water in there just to make sure we had fall. It's coming out now, so seems to be working. I'm gonna get back on the tractor and cover everything up with stone, and maybe we'll be done with pipe. Just realized my battery died the other day when I was backfilling on top of all these gutter drains, so got to get me some more 4-inch caps. Cap these things off where stuff's not getting dropped down in them. But so anyways, they're gonna deliver the lumber in a couple days and get started on framing. So got everything pretty much backfilled. I'm gonna have to bring in a lot of dirt still, but got all my pipe laid. Ready for framing. I'm gonna get in here over the next couple evenings, or maybe in the morning since the temperature's better, and rake all this porch dirt out level. Hopefully get a couple good showers on it, let it self-compact a little bit. I'm gonna get me a plate tamp and walk behind it and get everything packed down good here, and in the garage, and start coming up in the garage. Just got to come up a whole bunch. But yeah, we'll probably end it off there on the foundation video. I'll start a new one for the framing, but everything turned out pretty good so far.